I would like to say that actually, it's interesting that you people from the United States, when you have so much muck behind your back, from the wiping out of the entire race of Native Americans, and you Europeans having wiped out almost more than half of world's population across from Australia, in Africa to America, now just putting your neck deep into other people's history, and also not being scientific about it, actually. For example, you said you estimated 15 temples or a dozen or something like that. Have you done a scientific survey, archaeological survey of every site possible which has already been dug out or not? And this is, can a genocidal, descendant of a genocidal people sit as a judge? Is that moral or fair? Yes, that nation stands on the dead bodies of Native Americans. What right does she have to come here and poke her nose into our history? No, what? Be fair, be fair, be fair, be fair. Is this justice? Is this morality? Is this ethics? In today's density population count, it is 21 billion people that's been wiped out of the earth by your country.
Let me take a third question, please.
Yeah, may I?
One question.
All right, Shalom. There's the brother Nahaliya from the GMS Orlando camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha Allah. And a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwad, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Yahweh is the name of the one they ignorantly call God. Yahweh Shai is the name of the one they ignorantly call Jesus. Bahashem is in the name. Rakah is spirit. Kodash is holy. Akyam is brothers. Akwad is sisters. Shalom means peace. And Yashar Allah is Israel in ancient Paleo Hebrew. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 8. No, I'm going to start at verse 6. And it reads, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. All right, now I want to go into a lesson inspired by the clip you just saw of an Elamite, what appears to be an Elamite, speaking to a Shedemite, and basically saying, what right do you have to sit in a moral seat, to judge what their history and their culture, and what right do you have with all the blood that you have on your hands? And this is a taunting proverb. All right, the world is waking up to Esau, Edom. All right, who they are as a nation of people. As the scripture said, the son of perdition would be revealed. And now you're having nations call out Esau, Edom. Because when you deal with the history of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, as a nation of people, there is not one nation that they have not dealt treacherously with, whether militarily or economically. They've exploited every nation that they've touched. And now they go back to those lands, and then they go back to those lands as if they're the judge, as if they're in a position to judge who's right and who's wrong. There's Isaiah 33 and 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. And see, this is the irony of the whole situation, that, beginning with our apostles on down, brothers bring out Esau being the devil, and we get all of this backlash. But look at the nigga crimes. Excuse my French. Put all their crimes in one pot. Germans, French, Australians, Americans. Put them all in one pot. All the crimes throughout history. In one pot. The Spanish, all right, the Portuguese. Put them all in one pot. Is this not the son of perdition? How is this man able to walk in everybody's country and talk shit and act like they shit don't stink with all of these bodies, with all this blood on their hands? And see, what you notice is towards the end of that clip, they tried to cut dude off and hurry up and get him off the stage so he ain't make the Edomite chick uncomfortable. But this is what's happening in the earth. The Lord is destroying that covering cast. And Esau's being pointed out. Now his crimes are being attributed to his identity. Can't hide behind, I'm just Brian from New Hampshire. Like this Edomite, this Shedemite that was on stage, we don't know her. We don't know her name. But when he saw her, he was like, yeah, that's one of them. That's one of the... Let's go here. Let me go here real quick. I want to get this real quick. Bear with me. This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. And I'm going to read this in the NLT. It says, Esau's descendants in Edom may say, we have been shattered, but we will rebuild the ruins. But the Lord of heaven's armies replies, they may try to rebuild, but I will demolish them again. Their country will be known as the land of wickedness, and their people will be called the people with whom the Lord is forever angry. Now they're being pointed out for that. Now they're being identified as that. The covering cast is being destroyed. All right? You can't go in these people's country and because you gave them an iPhone, they supposed to forget about all the shit you did to their people. That shit don't work no more. And this is the taunting proverb that's being lifted concerning these other nations, man. Why? Because Esau's become weak as them in the eyes of these nations, because the Lord has removed that covering cast. And now Esau's being exposed for who he actually is as a nation of people, man. It's hypocritical to go in somebody's country after destroying them and then try to act like you some moral judge. You done exploited these people and then you come back 50, 100 years later and act like nothing happened. Like everybody's supposed to like forget about what happened to them. The reason they kept silence before is because they was afraid of you, man. They was afraid of you destroying them even more than you already did. But now the Lord's removing that, man. That cup of trembling is now being taken away from these other nations, and they're starting to rise up because ultimately the Lord is prepping them for war. All right, but this is a perfect example of the son of perdition being pointed out. And what did he call her? He called her the descendant of genocide, a genocidal nation, the descendant of a genocidal nation, man. But then brothers would get all this flack for calling Esau the devil, which the scriptures talk about him being the devil. So they're going to be known as the land of wickedness, the border of wickedness when you get in the KJV. Meaning everywhere they go, treachery follows, man. Matter of fact, let's go back to Habakkuk 2. And it's beautiful. This taunting proverb is music to our ears because, again, Esau shamed Jake, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans with slander, with lies. He took up a taunting proverb against us as a nation of people. And you see it on Fox News, on CNN, on all these major American news stations. Back when they said that we were genetically inferior, they gave a taunting proverb with straight lies. And it's beautiful. The Lord is shooting at them with the truth. She can't dispute nothing that man said to her, man. Call her Lord Yahweh Shah. All right, this is Habakkuk 2 and 4, and it reads, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what Esau has done as a nation of people. And now they're being exposed for that. Now they can't hide themselves amongst the nations and say, look, I'm just an American ambassador. I don't have nothing to do. Nah, that Elamite wasn't having none of that shit. You know, what appears to be an Elamite, because, you know, it's always a possibility. But he wasn't having none of that shit, man. And he was willing to call her out in front of everybody. And that's what's happening. Beginning with our apostles on down, the hand is being shaken. All right, the Lord is shooting at Esau publicly by saying, look, this is who you are as a nation of people. These are your crimes, and this is the judgment. You don't have to believe it. It's like those people in court that get found guilty. It don't matter if they don't want to go in there and do that time. It don't matter if they don't want to go get put to death for what they've done. The law is the law. And Esau's case has risen to the Supreme Court, man. It's over with. And that's why it's beautiful that it's not just a swift judgment. The Lord is actually exposing Esau first. All right. Matter of fact, let's go here. Because this man thought that he was just going to ride off into the sunset. He thought that he was never going to have to pay for this. And think of all the years that they've been going to everybody's country, acting like they the moral judge, man. Sitting in somebody else's country, being condescending towards them as if you haven't destroyed them before. And these nations fed up, man. That Elamite was fed up, man. He probably had to go to work the next day. He ain't get no fuck, man. Excuse my French. All right, this is Slack here. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. And it reads, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." All right. And perdition goes into destruction. It says, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." And that's what these Edomites do. They go in these countries and they have this superior mindset, this mindset of supremacy, because they done conquered everybody, they done spoiled everybody. But then they actually try to act like they righteous, like they're a right judge, like their history ain't in the books, like the things that they've done ain't public. And that's why this little moment through the Spirit was beautiful, because it exposes something very important, that Esau, Edom as a nation of people, there's nobody they haven't touched, exploited, and destroyed, man. No matter how they try to spin it, we brought culture to, no, you destroyed people, man. The least you could do is give them some toilets. Stop that, man. That's why it's beautiful. Thawadi al-Bashim Shah. May the Lord continue to bring the swift judgment to this place. All right, so with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha Allah. And a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwat, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Shalom.